Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to another episode number 3. And I kind of like postponed a little bit about meme coins. I think that the first important thing I have to talk about is this 2025 exit strategy, the bull run, and how we can exit this bull run. How exactly can we take out our profit and cashing out during the bull run? So it is important to talk about this. So many strategies that are there that exist, and a lot of people get this very wrong. You see, exiting is important because as soon as you get to that point where you have to exit, people don't do it, right? And newbies, by the way, they're going to come into crypto, invest money in crypto, lose all their money in crypto because they don't know it's a bad time to buy. And some of you may not know that that's the actual good time to exit. Now I want to help you out because crypto is amazing. Crypto is awesome. That friend of yours back at college, he's gonna tell his friends that I know this guy, we used to go to the same college. They're gonna come up to you, they're gonna say, hey Peter, hi Suleiman, hi Salman, hi Ahmed. Yo, you remember me? I'm your friend at school. We used to go in the same school, alright? Your crush is gonna text you. She's gonna say, hey, what's up? It's been a long time. How are you doing? Right? Trust me, that's the beauty of cryptocurrency and the crypto bull run. So in order for you to get texts like those, it's important to cash out early as possible. Now there are strategies, and I'm gonna go with my strategies, but before that we have to understand alt season. A lot of you guys don't know what alt season is. I'm about to talk about things that a lot of people don't talk about. I'm going to start off with an alt season. What is an alt season? How long it lasts? And a lot of bunch of stuff you're going to learn that you never knew before. And once you understand what is an altcoin season, then I can be able to tell you when is your exit plan. So it is a lot of things, nested up together just for you to exit crypto. And I'm going to make sure by the end of the video you understand. I'm going to leave no stone unturned. I'm going to turn all the stones. And if you still fail to cash out and have a nice good exit plan, well, boss, that's your own mistake. So let's get into the alt season, what it is about. All right, now first of all, alt season is when altcoins overtake Bitcoin. Now this is going to make a lot of sense, especially from the time that I'm recording. Maybe in the future you're watching this, but I think that this video still applies for the future. Even if you watch in the future, the steps are pretty much the same. Now right now, as we speak, Bitcoin is trading at $97,000, right? That's on the side. The second thing is there are altcoins that have made it up, and there are a lot of altcoins that have not made it up. So what is exactly that alt season? Well, by definition of what I've been researching is that when 75% of the altcoins move against Bitcoin, they dominate Bitcoin, or let's say in simple words, 75% of the alts are performing better than Bitcoin, that's an alt season. When 25% of the altcoins perform better than Bitcoin, then that's a Bitcoin season. And when 50% of the altcoin are just neutral, it's not a season at all. We don't know who is winning on this one. It's a 50-50% thing. So the question that I have to ask you now, what do you think? It's November now, and we haven't seen a lot of altcoin moving, but some are moving. Is it a Bitcoin season, or is this an altcoin season? If you have been observing the market, this is a Bitcoin season, not an altcoin season, which is a good thing, which actually tells us that an alt season is coming up next. So this alt season is probably going to be happening in 2025. So that's pretty much what alt season really is. Second most important point that I have to make here is that alt season lasts almost 30 to 90 days, right? And we had an alt season back in 2017, and we had alt season in 2021 as well. And right now we have one more, and it looks like it's an increase of +4. Okay, it looks like there's a +4 increase here. Okay, let's face it, from 2017 to 2021, so 17 plus 4 is 21 here. Now if we go with the same pattern, then the next alt season is what? 2021 plus 4 is what? 2025. When is 2025? Just a few months, just 1 month away almost. Okay, this December has already started. 1 month from now, we're going to see 2025, and then we'll see an alt season starting off. Now, by default, you have understood the very basic introduction of alt season, right? It's not rocket science. It's just that's the only alt season, okay? That's the only definition of alt season, and I want to keep it simple as that. The second part of it is using charts. We have tradingview.com, and we're going to use tradingview.com, and I'm going to tell you some few technical factors that I'm going to go through, and you have to look at those factors to understand the altcoin season, when it's the top of the altcoin season, so that you can cash out for good. Now let's get into my screen here, and I have opened up Total 3. So Total 3 is the total market cap excluding removing Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Ethereum and Bitcoin is not included in this Total 3. So this is pretty much for the altcoin. You can even see here by definition it says total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is totally only for the altcoin. Now I'm gonna go into the monthly time frame, and I want to show you one thing in particular. Or actually, for this one, I'm actually going to leave it at daily time frame, and very quickly show you one important technical aspect for the alt season top, and how much altcoins can actually climb up, and you may start to cash out the altcoin. So number one is, if I do zoom out here, we have a whole data. So this data starts back in, just gonna zoom out again. Okay, we have one little bit of that one, and that was back in 2017. So you had your full alt season here in 2017, and then you had another one that started in 2020 and ended up nearly in 2021. We had the top right over there, and that's why I say that the top for the next alt season can actually be probably in 2025. And we also have a pattern, and right now the total market cap of the altcoins are at $981 billion. So as a matter of fact, alt season has not started yet. Why? We still have to break the previous total market cap. We even haven't broken the previous total market cap. We have to break that market cap to start a new high. So the run never happened. So even right now, if you're like 5x, 10x, Pepe has done well, Bonk has made new all-time high, but the coins like Chainlink and all these other coins, they have to do so. Let's get back into this. And there's this one pattern that I just noticed, and this whole pattern here can be considered as a huge left shoulder, head, right shoulder, almost like an inverse head and shoulder, which is a bullish reversal pattern. And if things go amazing and according to the plan, then we're looking for that breakout, retest, and then we go all the way to this technical target of $3.76 trillion. Now, when $3.76 trillion gets met, that's it. Get out. That's a good strategy. Walk away, right? We don't know if it's gonna go any higher than that. Okay, make out the exit. And the second thing here is also to look at Bitcoin dominance. This is going to be the last part where I'm going to talk about this, and it's going to be Bitcoin BTC.D. D for the dominance, and let's get into the Bitcoin dominance. All right, so dominance is what? It's Bitcoin dominance. And there is a certain chart that I want to show you in here very quickly. So I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to Google Bitcoin dominance alt season relation. All right, we're gonna go into the dominance and alt season relation, and this is something that I want to show you very quickly, and that is the dominance cycle. So if Bitcoin goes up and Bitcoin prices goes up, you go down. But the thing is, what I want you to focus is that when Bitcoin dominance goes down and Bitcoin prices are lateral, then the prices go up for altcoins. And if the dominance goes down and the Bitcoin goes up, then it's an alt season. So these are two conditions for alt season. That is, the dominance still has to come down. By the end of the day, we need dominance to go down and Bitcoin to stay sideways or pump. Not that the dominance is going down and Bitcoin goes down. So how does this even work? Okay, in simple word, you have Bitcoin that is dominating. That means people have been buying Bitcoin. And at some point, like right now, it's Bitcoin season, right? So people, big investors, right? Elon Musk, Donald Trump, they remove money from Bitcoin after pumping Bitcoin and then put it into altcoin. What does it become for Bitcoin? It actually means that Bitcoin dominance is coming down, right? And Bitcoin pumps a little bit more, then you will see altcoin actually having a pump to the upside. Now let's look at this technical aspect as well. Now, if I open up the daily time frame with Bitcoin dominance from 2017 and now 2024, almost 25 now, we had a sideways consolidation right down over here, and then we broke to the upside, went for the retest, and that technical target for the dominance was met, and this was from top to bottom, and we had almost, you can see the target is met. All right, the target was 60.86, so the target is already done for the dominance, which is a good thing. Secondly, here is when you turn on the RSI, we have a huge bearish divergence of the dominance. So what we're looking for is a move to the upside and a sideways movement like this with the dominance, which actually means that Bitcoin dominance is about to fall to the downside. So how much can you fall to the downside? Well, I do see that you do have a rising wedge with dominance. So you're looking for move up, and you have broken the lower support, which is another good thing for the altcoin, and you're moving to the upside. So it does look like the next technical target for the dominance is going to be down to 50.6%. Now that's where we can actually expect that the alt season in 2025 is about to start. Maybe Q1 can really bring a lot of difference, and we can see altcoin start to pump a lot. And keep in mind, again, a reminder, it lasts nearly from 30 to 90 days. And the reason why it happens like that, and that's why I call it the spring of cryptocurrency. So you have spring season that happens once in a year for maybe 2 to 3 months. That's the beauty of it. You have flowers blooming, everything is beautiful all over the place. That's what alt season is all about in cryptocurrency as well. So smart people sell out in 90 days very, very quickly. And then you have people who are ready. You know, for the first month, altcoins are pumping. Nobody notices. The second month, altcoin keeps pumping. Now everyone is noticing. The third month, however, you make the top, everyone is ready to commit. New people, they hear about crypto from the news and stuff like that. Probably you have been one of those who heard about when Bitcoin is already at the top and you buy the top, and then everything comes down, and then you face the bear market, you get frustrated, and then you exit the market. Okay, you want to do the opposite. You want to enter when the frustration is actually there, and then exit when everything is exciting. So as soon as people enter the market at the top at the third month, then the market reverses to the downside, and it takes everybody else out of the market, and that's it. Goodbye. Now let's talk about the exit plan. Now that you have understood what the alt season is, so how far can this coin really push to the upside? How are the coins you're holding, how far can they go, and when can you exit? So there are so many ways to do this, and I'm going to tell you one by one some of my strategies, and hopefully it's going to be something useful right now. Plan number one is that we exit by observing the previous history. Now, what I mean by this is that if you're a beginner, you don't understand anything, right? Look at the history. And I'm just going to tell you from my own knowledge, because I memorized this one. And the thing is that when you go and look at Ethereum in 2000 and I think 2017, you had Ethereum that went from $1,400, and then in 2021 top, we saw Ethereum at $3,500, right? And then it went down. So how many times did you climb to the upside? So going from 1,400 to 3,500 is like 2.5x, almost nearly a 3x. That's one thing that you can look at, that you take the previous all-time high, you multiply by 3 or 5. If you look at Chainlink, Chainlink almost went from $14 all the way to $50, $55. We have like a 4 or 5x. So a lot of altcoins did 4 to 5x of the previous history, right? And then the exit happened. So you can also use total 3 that I showed you before, and when the market capitalization reach up, even you may notice that The total three is just 240% move from the previous 2021 all-time high. So that's like a 2-3x move to the upside, which means whatever coin you have, take your coin's previous all-time high and multiply it by 3 to 5x, and that's just pretty much where you exit. Now, for example, let's look at Cardano. Cardano top was $2.8. So if you make another 500% move up from the previous all-time high, then probably $17 is the actual exit plan. But you're not winning 500%. You're not winning 5x. Considering the fact that you entered at the bottom, which is 0.33, then you are looking for an amazing cash out of 48x. That means if you invested $1,000, you got $48,000 in the top, and then you exit and then you go home. Now, similarly, a lot of you ask about Pepe. So Pepe, well, if Pepe goes up 3 to 5x, that's going to be nearly a price of 10,000 from where you are right now. And that's where you exit. That's where you make the exit for Pepe. That's it. You run away. Sell at 10,000. That's the bull top, and you run away. Right. Another thing is the sentimental analysis. For this one, you need to be in crypto like me. Okay, I've been here since 2017. How long is that? 7 years. Okay, so 7 years being here can give you an edge. Having experience gives you a lot of edge. And then it goes to sentimental analysis. One is technical analysis, second is fundamental analysis, third one is being sentimental analysis. And that is, if we go back here and we talk about it, sentiment analysts are often referred to as contrarians. These traders invest against the majority view of the market, since they believe that the markets always tend to move against the existing sentiment sooner or later. So we don't really have, like the first idea that I gave you, selling at 2 to 3x, it is just the very safe thing to do, right, when you're starting out. But the sentiment can be different. It's not important that you just make a 2 to 3x and exit. That's what is known as sentiment. The sentiment can change. It could be that you even continue to climb higher, 10x, 15x. It's not a fixed thing. Crypto, you cannot just say because that happened this time, it will happen again. That sentiment can change. Hell, even as a matter of fact, it can be worse. It can be that you just never make 3x. You just make 2x from the previous all-time high, and then you go down. Now, one of my sentiments is that I want to see a coin like Polygon Matic going to $50. That's when I can exit. This comes with experience from what I saw previously. Back in 2021 in coronavirus or 2020, I saw BNB going from $7 all the way to nearly $700. So nearly 100x right there, 90x right there. Sentiments, right? Those are sentiments. I saw Chainlink going from $0.04 all the way to $50, right? Another sentiment. So that thing in itself gives me an idea that what can happen next and what I can expect in crypto. What I expect in crypto is that, all right, if Chainlink goes to $250, I'm gonna exit, right? I'll start to exit because the previous all-time high was $50. Going to $250 is gonna be 5x, and I want to exit on that. Maybe Chainlink can go to $700. You never know, and then people can start exit. Now, along the way, if you think it can actually continue to grow, you can cash out only 50% of the money that you have. For example, it goes to $250. Cash out half of the portfolio, which leads me to another idea, number 3. Cashing out your portfolio. Now, let's say you have created your portfolio. You have a lot of coins, HBAR, Pepe, Bonk, all those amazing coins that you think are good projects. We combine with some meme coin project. Your portfolio, you think portfolio wise. So that means that if you have $7,000 invested, at least you want your portfolio to give you enough money based on what you kind of have, if it makes any sense. That means that you have a lot of coins and you don't care about each individual coin. That's what by portfolio mean. That means you have a lot of coins, and those coins combined makes it a value of $7,000, for example, or $5,000, for example, even $1,000. And it doesn't matter to you which coin performed the best, which coin has made 50x or whatever. You just want your $1,000 to turn into $30,000. Now it doesn't really matter how it happened, which coin performed. Your portfolio just went from 1,000 to 30,000. I'm gonna exit. It doesn't matter if those coins can continue to climb or not. That's just one strategy, right? It's just like you thinking that I just need this enough money to actually get a house. And this is a very subjective, conversation. For example, if you want to buy New York or a Manhattan, based on return of the money that you have, and you're investing $1,000, how much money do you need to really buy Manhattan or New York? You're gonna have to wait a long time, man. Probably until when Bitcoin has completed its circulation and all the coins have been distributed away, maybe you have a little bit of a chance in there to buy New York or Manhattan. Who knows? Now, those are my top 3 strategies, and it doesn't get any complex than that. Another thing is that when you go on and you search on Google crypto cycle tops, you will see a lot of result. You will see this result, and to be honest with you, they look very, very good and amazing. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't like any of this. Honestly, I don't find any of this as useful as this one that I'm about to show you. So what is this one? And this is really, really, really good. I think the best one that really predicts the whole market. This is known as the Banner cycle. And from the blog here, InvestFear, you can see an image. And by the way, we're going to talk about Banner. And he was the farmer that actually predicted this cycle, by the way. So I do have 2 websites on mine here that I use as reference. One is Asymmetric Finance, and then the second one is InvestFear. Really gotta give credit to these people. So you can read the whole article. It's the farmer who predicted 100 plus years of market cycle has done it again. So this someone who has been able to predict 100 plus of years. Now, as a bonus, you will even get to know when the bear market is going to start. That's a very good thing about this video. So if you're not following me, I don't know why you're not. I've already given you so much information in this one video, and we have a lot to talk about in Stupid Bitcoin podcast. Periods when to make money. And by the way, do you guys agree that Bitcoin is stupid? Do you? So we have 3 phases. If you look at the left side, we have the A, the B, and the C. And A is the years in which panics have occurred and will occur again. That is FOMO, fear of missing out the market top, you may say. And the B is years of good time, high prices, and the time to sell stock and values of all kind. And this is the year that I believe that you should be selling crypto as well. And then you have C, which is the year of hard time, low prices. In short, that's the bear market, right? Now, if you notice, one thing that I want to focus on in here is the C and the B places. Now, it was predicted that 2005 you had this run, and 2012, and then 2016. If you notice that in 2023, Bitcoin did actually bottom out in 2023, and you can see that a run has already started to push to the upside, and it shows that in 2026 we're going to have the top. And I say that we probably might have the top by September 2025. Just because it says 2026 doesn't really mean it's going to be the exact 2026. Now, if you reach at September 2025, that is still very close to that 26, and then maybe from 26 start to slowly go to the downside. And halving is in 2028, because halving happens after every 4 years. And this year in 2024, we had another Bitcoin halving, and we're going to have another one in 4 years, and that is in 2028. So your bull run is going to end before 2028. Now, the end of 2025 really makes it the sweet spot to end it. And this one also supports the evidence that 2026 could be your top. And I say September 2025 is going to be the top. Right, now this is the final part of the puzzle, the last piece into the puzzle, and that is to exit with the price of Bitcoin. When you think that Bitcoin has topped out in here, it is time for me to get out altcoin as well. So I'm going to show you my whole research in the background that I secretly do, and I study Bitcoin for 11 years just to tell you when to exit the market, right? I don't know if you guys appreciate me enough, man, for these things, but here it is. All right. We're gonna go back, and I use the fib retracement. So this is a trick using fib retracement and using fib retracement to predict the next market cycle top. We are going to go back in time, and we're going to take our fib and place our fib to show you what was happening back in during those days. So first of all, let's focus on the first bear market that predicted the next top. If you notice, back in 2011, we had the first bear market, and if we were to predict how this top is going to work out, then we had to take the fib retracements top to bottom, and if you place it like this, that actually shows that Bitcoin went all the way up to 2.272. This is the actual number that I want you to understand. 2.272 was where you actually topped out. Now there was a little bit of an increase as well, right? Like you were supposed to top out at $991, but you still ended up making a little bit of an increase here, like further 20% bonus, or let's say just a tip, and then you kind of topped out from there, right? So there's always a little bit of a push above that fib retracement. All right, let's predict the next market. So we had another bear market from 2013 all the way down to 2015. So if I take the top to the bottom of that one as well, we do have Bitcoin that ended up having the market cycle top near the 2.272. As a matter of fact, we saw Bitcoin touching 2.414. So there was another little bit of an increase from the 2.272. So 2.272 has always been a very accurate measurement for the next top using the fib. Now here it goes. So when is the next top, and how high is the next top for Bitcoin? So I do think that if you take this top to bottom of the previous bear market, we still have not really hit 2.272. Now Bitcoin shows $190,000 to $246,000, right? $246,000 and $190,000 is where your Bitcoin top really should be. But do you know what? I say that $190,000 is pretty much confirmed. I don't know about 250 or 240,000, but $190,000 is probably 90% chances it's gonna happen. There is one more thing to back up my claim as to why $190,000 is going to play out. Are you ready? Are you ready to see this? All right, let me show you. Now I have opened up the monthly time frame for you, and if I do go with the monthly bull flag here, you have a nice good flag right there, and this flag technical target goes from the top to the bottom, and if you place the flag that has broken out, it actually takes you to nearly $200,000. So basically that $190,000 gets cleared out. There is one more pattern that still shows that it's gonna go above 200K, and let's talk about that one. If you take this rounded bottom right over here, and this is also another pattern to reverse to the upside, and that technical target goes from the top to the bottom of this rounded bottom here, and if you place it right over there, it actually takes you to $246,000. I just showed you one of the craziest thing ever that nobody is going to show you on whole of YouTube about Bitcoin topping up. Imagine this for a second. Go back. Let's watch this. 2.272 is $190,000, right? And 2.414, I've actually gone wrong. 2.414 is $190,000 and 2.272, whatever. Okay, so on the fib we have $190,000 and also $240,000. And also on the patterns, we have these two technical targets showing up. So I think we're getting $240,000 as your top for the next cycle. And also, let's connect the dots here. Do you remember the first plan that I told you that taking the previous all-time high and multiplying by 3 to 5x. So what is going to be $69,000 divided by $240,000? Let me do this very quickly. I'm not very good at math. So 240 divided by 69, that is 3.4x. 3.4x return is a very realistic target, and that to me could be the top for Bitcoin. And you can start selling your altcoin at that point of time, cash out if you have 10x, 30x, 100x, doesn't really matter. I personally, I'll pack my bag, go to Mars. That's pretty much it for the video. Hope you learned a lot. Do make sure you're following me, follow me, so that you can get more information on Stupid Bitcoin Podcast. And that's it. I'm going to see you with the next one. I love you.